The vessel was appointed to sail on a certain Saturday early in June. A little after noon on that distinguished Saturday I reached the ship and went on board. All was bustle and confusion. I have seen that remark before somewhere. The pier was crowded with carriages and men. Passengers were arriving and hurrying on board. The vessel's decks were encumbered with trunks and valises. Groups of excursionists, arrayed in attractive traveling costumes, were moping about in a drizzling rain, and looking as droopy and woebegone as so many molting chickens. The gallant flag was up, but it was under the spell, too, and hung limp and disheartened by the mast. Altogether, it was the bluest spectacle. It was a pleasure excursion, there was no gainsaying that. Because the program said so, it was so nominated in the bond, but it surely hadn't the general aspect of one. Finally, above the banging and rumbling and shouting and hissing off steam rang the order to cast off. A sudden rush to the gangways, a scampering ashore of visitors, a revolution of the wheels. The vessel was appointed to sail on a certain Saturday early in June. A little after noon on that distinguished Saturday I reached the ship and went on board. All was bustle and confusion. And we whereof the picnic was begun. To very mild cheers went up from the dripping crowd on the pier. We answered, then gently from the slippery decks. The flag made an effort to wave and failed. The battery of guns spake not, the ammunition was out. We steamed down to the foot of the harbor and came to anchor. It was still raining, and not only raining, but storming. Outside we could see ourselves that there was a tremendous sea on. We must lie still in Thekam harbor till the storm should abate. Our passengers hailed from 15 states. Only a few of them had ever been to sea before, manifestly. It would not do to pit them against a full-blown tempest until they had get their sea legs on. Toward evening, the 2 steam tugs that had accompanied us to the rollicking champagne party of young New Yorkers on board, who wished to bid farewell to one of our number and do, an ancient form departed, and we were alone on the deep 5 fathoms, and anchored fast to the bottom. And out in the solemn rain hath it. This was pleasuring with a vengeance. It was an appropriate relief when the gong sounded for prayer meeting, the first Saturday night of any other pleasure excursion might have been devoted to whist and dancing. But I submitted to the unprejudiced mind if it would have been in good taste for us to engage in such frivolities, considering what we had gone through and the frame of mind we were in. We would have shone at a wake, but not at anything more festive. However, there is always a cheering influence about the sea, and in my berth that night, rocked by the measured swell of the waves and lulled by the murmur of the distant surf, I soon passed tranquilly out of all consciousness of the dreary experiences of the day and imagining promotions of the future.